Hey everyone, here I am at the State Museum of Pennsylvania, located in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We're going to take a little tour through the museum and see what they have offered. Now, I have been here before, but I think it was probably 10 years ago, if you want. So we're going to take a look and see what's here. Okay, we're going to take the escalators. Head on upstairs. Now they said the third floor is closed, and that was like the best part, dinosaurs and stuff like that, but unfortunately we won't be doing that today. But we're gonna go up and take a look around here. I think they consider this the first floor, so both the first and second floor. Right. Not sure who this is. We'll go over and take a look. A big statue here. Walk on over. Oh, it's William Penn. Okay. 1965. 18-foot bronze statue of William Penn was dominated. Memorial. I don't have my glasses. So I'm trying to read this. Memorial Hall since its unveiling with the museum's opening in 1965 and so forth and so on. If you want to know more about it, you can kind of freeze the frame and go for it. So, yep. Never knew. Yep, so never knew William Penn was that big. Wow. He was 18 feet high. Wow, he was a big guy. No, of course the statue is. So, just kind of taking a look around here. I don't know what's all through here. So we'll take a walk through here and we'll find out. As we go through here, this is known as the first floor, Village Square. So we're going to go inside here. Okay, there you go. Kind of dark in here, but all right. Take a look at here. Looks like an old kitchen. Got some fruit sitting there, a basket of potatoes there, and an old stove. Summer kitchen, they call this. And see what they got through here. It's kind of like you're out in the city of elegancy, or elegance. City of elegance. Okay. Nice little displays. Oh, there you go. Some old toys made out of metal. Flash Gordon toy rocket ship. Wow. That's what that is right there they have. And walk on through old tops. Wow. Classic toys. Now, I'm not that old, but I remember playing with some metal, toys as a kid growing up. They may have been second-hand toys when it was given to me. I don't know, but I do remember playing with a lot of those metal. I do remember playing the general store. Doesn't seem to be all lit up, but a Leonard chair shop. It's an old, well, you can actually go up through here. There you go. An old chair store where they make chairs. And an old lathe table sitting there. All kinds of stuff. An old workshop. Definitely. And of course a little old stove. Wow. I keep hearing chickens. Hear that? I don't know what that noise is. Sounds like chickens, but I don't know. You hear that? Sounds more like horses now, trotting. Yeah, horse-drawn mail cart. So that's probably what that is, the sound that they're playing. This is where they used to deliver mail. You know, they'd be pulled by horses to deliver mail. The horse-drawn mail cart, 1905. There you go, some more potatoes. And we'll take a look here. This is the tin and copper smith. We got a lot of stuff in here. Copper and tin shop. Wow. John Getz, tin and coppersmith. John Getz was a tin and coppersmith in Lancaster, where he worked from 1810 to 1842. Then the constructors displays tools like this one that have been used. And of course there's more to read. Again, if you want a freeze frame, you can do that. But yeah, look at that. Not too bad. And I don't know where this is going. Looks like it's going back out to the lobby. So, I don't know. It circles, you know, each floor. And I have no idea what all these people, mostly women. Probably women from Pennsylvania, like this one here, lived in Allentown, Philadelphia, Levittown, Wilkes-Barre. So, let's see where I'm heading to. Okay, yeah, looks like I am back down. You know what? Let me go around and find out. Go around this way. So we'll head back down through the village, the old village, and I just don't want to miss anything out. The only thing we'll be missing is the third floor. So there's no third floor today. I guess they're doing some construction and so forth. I don't understanding. You know, those noises, they scare you. It's just like, as soon as you walk by, it just jumps at you. So, I don't know. But, yeah, we'll take a look around. So again, this is located in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So if you happen to be in Harrisburg, you know, make sure you make a stop on. Okay, this looks like we can go down through here. Let me just take a peek down this way. Oh, this here is where they do some hands-on activities with kids and so forth coming through here. So it's like a little room here. Yeah, just they got toys and stuff going on. Then a young gentleman coloring his coloring page. Yeah, they got all kinds here. So we're going to head over here. What's your Pennsyvania story? You got these little tags, that thing. Making new friends with the trolley with Mr. Rogers. Little kids activity, hands-on activity, like right here. Okay, we'll head down through here. There's maps of Pennsylvania they're showing. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Like right around here. The province of Pennsylvania. And we'll take a look at some objects. Oh, okay, we're coming up with some good stuff here. And we'll head over here. Okay. Okay, oh shoot. There's a nice outfit to wear. They got some stuff here. It's probably nice. So, they have the Spirit of Independence Bicentennial Art Collection. Right here, they got all kinds of notes, post-it notes, and everything. Pretty neat, huh? Got all kinds of stuff going on. How you doing? Good. How you doing?
What do you think of it?
So far, so good.
Yeah, this is, like you said, the 250th anniversary of the United States. This is our contribution to it.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at that then.
This section here are items that were used in the Revolutionary War.
Okay.
Then toward the other side, you have representations of it, and then leftover, like they made from it.
All right. We'll take a look around then.
And that's your bicentennial pilgrimage.
Okay.
You know, when way back you tell people go west. Every state in the country had one of those Conestoga wagons. They were supposed to come east to Philly.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So your wagon train pilgrimage back to here.
Wow. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And of course, this right here was somebody local. That jacket was actually made after Revolutionary War. I could tell by the design, the size of it.
Yeah, I would now.
And this flag here.
Oh, okay.
This flag was actually flown in the Revolutionary War.
Oh, okay. This one. Wow.
This was flown by the 1st PA Regiment, like it shows you here. The 1st PA Regiment. And of course, the color used to be green.
Oh, okay.
Faded off through
Yeah, I see that. Wow.
And they tried conserving it back in the 70s, and when they did use the wrong kind of dyes and stuff to fix it.
Yeah, it looks shredded. So, that's how you put that together.
Over here you have this
Given
is
the
actual
seal.
cannon used in the war.
Okay. Wow.
And then over here,
Rich 4-pound cannon.
you have a lot of George Washington's hair over here.
George Washington's hair.
Right here in that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they said that this one was plucked from his hair by somebody. And the letter
I always thought George Washington always wore a wig. No?
He had wooden teeth and stuff.
Yeah.
But the
George Washington's
but
hair.
they would take. He actually cut hair and gave it to friends of his and dignitaries.
Right here. George Washington's hair. Piece of it there. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. Wow.
Over here, you remember who Jim? Gilbert Stewart.
Okay.
Okay, he made 3 paintings of George Washington in the 1790s. So this person here, like it shows you the name on your side, Cornelius Hinckley. Yeah, it's on your side. Cornelius Hinckley drew this from the painting of Gilbert Stewart's.
Ah.
So he painted this from that. And then this one here was stored in what used to be the PA Capitol before it burned in 1897.
Wow. All right.
They managed to save this picture from the fire. Then they stored it, made its way down to an antique store in Virginia.
Wow.
A couple from PA bought it and they gave it to the museum.
Do you mind being on YouTube?
No.
Okay, I'll get you here. Okay. Okay, here's my little tour guide right here.
Okay.
So
Name's David. I'm with the State Museum of Pennsylvania.
there you go.
Tour guide. And
so I figured since he was giving us a tour, I figured we'd get him on the video. So.
Okay. And of course, next to you over here.
All right.
This is supposedly Betsy Ross making the flag.
Okay, cool.
And this is actually passed down through the generations of his grandson actually came and said, had letters saying this was, the flag was made by Betsy Ross. So this could be
That
a myth.
reflection.
Right.
Well, still
The
reflection.
picture's down here.
Okay.
The close-up
Well,
on
here's
it.
a picture. I'm getting reflection here. So maybe you can see there a little better.
And this picture was made in 1893.
1893.
Yes. So in the picture, like you could show the picture down here,
No, that's actually Betsy Ross.
that's supposed to be her.
That's a photograph?
Yeah, it wouldn't
No.
be a photograph.
I was going to say, it looks
somebody
like...
a depictor of it, like reenactor.
Right,
But the
okay.
picture, if you can get a close-up of it, on the bottom, George Washington is on the left. George Ross is staying on top in the middle.
Okay.
And then that's Robert Morris on the right.
All right.
George Ross was John Ross's uncle, and Betsy Ross was his wife.
Okay.
So they passed it down. They got letters that were saying these are like affidavits saying that she made the first flag. And you notice that some of the flags used to have 6 points on them.
Right.
Betsy Ross said that putting a 5-pointer was easier to sew.
Huh.
And then she said 13 stripes and 13 stars to make them in a circle that made like unity and a new constellation. She actually made flags for the Pennsylvania Navy.
Wow.
And like I
Pretty-
said, Charles Weisberger is the one that painted it.
Okay. There you go. Oh, interesting.
And do you paint?
No.
Over here
As a kid, I did.
over against the wall.
Okay.
On the other side is a brush for everything.
Okay.
That you have. And the eagle, of course, you have the American eagle. And Ben Franklin actually wanted the turkey to be a national symbol, national bird.
Oh, really?
He didn't like eagles at all. He just liked the turkeys,
Oh, so you wanted the turkey to be the
national bird.
bird.
Yeah,
We'll be a bunch of turkeys
We're
then.
going to have the national bird for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Wow.
And this is a cast of the original Liberty Bell.
That's the cast of it.
This is a cast of it.
Okay.
The original Liberty Bell eventually cracked today. We did it, but this one was made in 1965.
Okay. This is a copy of the Liberty Bell. This is exact full-size replica, as you can see. Huh.
And like I said, the Clinton Company, those are from the 1876 exhibition.
The ones hanging on the wall there. These are all paintbrushes. Look at this.
These were displayed in the Centennial 1876.
Wow. Look all this here. Different paintbrushes. And over here. Different ones. Wow. Wow. All kinds of.
This is from 1876.
Can I have a. So we'll go around here and we'll see. Oh, okay. Just help us preserve our history that they have. They got the Centennial and the arch.
That quilt was made in Japan.
Oh, okay.
And it shows you over here by the dates how old they're different, but it shows the different ages.
I can see here.
And that one is nothing but convention ribbons.
Okay. Different ribbons. Look at that.
In the center is what they call a crazy quilt.
Crazy quilt.
That's just leftover, like you have leftover material. That you
Oh,
make a
okay.
quote on
And
it.
then they just kind of put pieces together
Right.
and made a quote of it. Okay, there you go. And you got pieces of like the American flag here in the corner. Some other things there. Okay. Wow. I think we kind of went around here, so we'll head back down through. I think where we can go to. Yeah, we'll go around this side. We've been here. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. You know, pick up some history things. There we go, souvenir of the Liberty Bells right here. Got glass, there's a plate. Liberty Bell candy jar, 1876. Yeah, wow. You got the Silk Banner Patriot Order, Sons of America. The ribbon of the Patriotic Order, Sons of America. Wow. Very neat. And we'll take a okay, I'm not sure if we went this way, but we'll go back and check. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, so a lot of different things here. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. We're gonna go through here. So, we'll start right here. The Dorothy furnace. So, take a look at this. Dorothy USS furnace. This is where piece of steel. I don't know if you can see Beth Steel Town. Wow. This is what make the bridges and stuff forth. George Stephenson, 1763. Steel and iron. Wow. There's some other stuff. Hey, there you go. Frying pan and a waffle maker, cast iron. And right over here, got the silver, Pennsylvania silver. All kinds of stuff here. Wow, look at this. A punch bowl. Look at that. I don't know if you can see in there or not with the, but yeah. Wow. An old punch bowl. Feels like I could go for a thing with a punch. Okay, come over here. Wow. Come up around through here. It's a steel mill. And look at this. Colonel Drake. Member of the Pennsylvania Grade, guarantee on 100% pure oil, Crude Oil Association. This was in Titusville, Pennsylvania, where I was born. That's where it happened. Oil Creek Refinery Company in Titusville. Look at this. The original Drake well oil. Look at that. That little bottle. In 1861. Wow. And it was sold in 1864. Yep. In 1859, Edward Drake drilled the first oil well near Titusville, northwestern Pennsylvania. Drake's ingenuity, oh my glasses, ignited a boom of drilling and refining operations by Pennsylvanians oil heyday was short-lived due to limited supply. However, Drake well inspired technological development across the nation and throughout the world. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, early Native American tribes collected oil for ointment, insect repellent, skin dye, and religious ceremonies, while early European settlers found that the black soil to be hospitable to their crops. Hospitable. I need my glasses. And here it is. This is kind of like a famous picture I see all the time. Colonel Drake right here. The Drake right here. They have the oil. They have the replica built. We're going to go there sometime and go through the Drake Well Museum. So, but yeah. This is railroading. This is what they did, lumber, when they cut down the trees. But back then, they didn't really have chainsaws. Everything was all done by hand. You can believe that. Using saws, like what you see here. Yeah. You didn't have chainsaws and everything else back then. Everything was all done by hand. Like a two-man crosscut saws were used. And here's some other stuff that they have here. Okay, let's see what's over here. The Pennsyvania long rifle. Okay, apparently. Okay, they got some rifles here. You can see them. Then we have, where are they? Apparently, I guess on a lathe where they made them. Kind of see here. Yeah, again, if you can freeze the frame and look at some of these stuff, because I'm just kind of going through real quick. So, yeah, I got a ride here. So, and I was with my sister and my brother-in-law. So they're going to do their thing, and I'm going to do my thing. But I don't want to have them waiting. So they got ship here. Pennsyvania, Niagara. That's what they have here from Lancaster, PA. The U.S. Brig Niagara scale model of that. So then we have the PRR steam locomotive that they have here. It's got the little Pennsyvania emblem on it. So we're going to come over here where they have Pennsyvania products that they have here. Here's a map of Pennsylvania. And this is kind of like, right here is where I live, Cambria. And I used to live up around here, Forest County. You can see. And this is where I'm at now, in Harrisburg. So here, cities, different cities that they make products from. A lot of stuff here. Like Easton made Corolla crayons. Hershey, the Hershey company, which is not far from here, about a half hour, 20 minutes. Lancaster, Charles chips, and some more stuff. Latrobe, when they start doing the banana split. Lebanon, San Giorgio's pasta. Oh yeah. Pretty neat. I don't know what other stuff is in here. There's Philadelphia. Let's see what sticks out. Well, Scott Tissue, Philly Cigars, Keebler's Bakery, Hires Root Beer, Hires Root Beer from Philadelphia, and Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, J. Heinz Company, where they do Heinz ketchup and so forth. Pittsburgh Brewing Company, Iron City. Westinghouse Electric Company. Pottstown, Mr. Smith's Products. And Oil City, Pennsyvania, Quaker State, and Pennsylvania Crude Oil. Pretty neat. Wow. Yep. And Wilkes-Barre, Planters Peanuts. And in Shenandoah, Mr. T's Pierogies. All right, we'll look over here. Some products there. We have Heinz Company. Here's an old ketchup bottle, as you can see. See that? Olive oil. Pretty neat. Come over here, Woolwich, from Woolwich, Clinton County. I have all this here. And then Pfaltzgraff, look at that. Pfaltzgraff from York, here in York County, which is not too far from here. Pretty neat, all kinds of stuff. But you got Musselman's from Biglerville, Hamilton, apple butter, you got mushrooms, and of course more Hershey stuff that they have here, the Hershey Company. There's some Hershey bars and so forth. Nazareth from C.F. Martin Company, made guitars. Here's some sweet milk chocolate kisses, a whole big barrel full of Hershey Kisses that they have here. So we'll head up through here. And we have Philco, Philadelphia. TV, look at that, old TV. Right down here, they had the channels, everything put on there. Wow, look at that. You got the Slinky. Yep, there's a little Slinky in the box. Slinky toys. And Hollidaysburg. Wow, I'm not living too far from Hollidaysburg either. So we'll come over here. You got your Charlie's cookies. That was came from Lancaster. Wow. All kinds of great stuff here. You got pretzels that came from Lancaster. And over here we have the Mr. Rogers neighborhood trolley. There's the banana split from Latrobe. And Pennzoil from Oil City. Quaker State from Oil City. Mrs. Paul's fish sticks from Philadelphia. All kinds of stuff here. Wow. And we'll come down through here. Westinghouse Electric Company from Pittsburgh that they show in here. Harrisburg, which came from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 8-Ball Soda in Altoona. Look at that. They have all kinds of stuff. And come through here, they have Pyrex. Look at that. In Washington County. Hand-cooked potato chips in Hanover. Look at that. And then we got our Keebler Bakery from Philadelphia. A lot of stuff in Philadelphia. You got your pretzels, San Giorgio macaroni, which is in Lebanon. Same thing with Mr. T's Pierogies in Shenandoah. And look at this. Cheesesteak sandwiches. Of course, made in Philadelphia. So we get the Philly sandwich. And what we have here is it's a Atwater Kent Manufacturing Company. Not sure, making radios and so forth. Near Philadelphia County in Philadelphia. Maybe. And of course, Planters Peanuts. Wilkes-Barre, PA. Yeah. Mack trucks. Yeah. And over here's Iron City beer from Pittsburgh Brewing Company. Harley Davidson from York. Mr. Smith's, food products in Pottstown. And you got your big old Scott tissues from Philadelphia. And you got your brewery from different things here. Look at that. Wow. Okay, we're gonna come through here. Okay, this must be the rights of Martin Luther King. Our moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Voting rights in the USA. It was back then when he used to separate the black from the white people. Yeah. All kinds of stuff here. Wow. Entire face of harassment. Wow. That's here. Oh, Dr. Martin was in Girard, PA. Wow. How about that?
Transform the dark yesterdays of man.
Time come through here. There it is. Girard College. Wow. A lot of stuff going on in Pennsylvania. The outside wall. I mean, I'm not going to really sit here and read everything. It's a lot of information and stuff that you see here. Here we're, yep, like right here swimming. Although 120 African Americans entered the Highland Park pool in 1951, black swimmers accessed the pool over 5,000 times during the year. So yeah. Jim Crow. Yeah, it's hard to believe how this generation back then happened, where they separated the blacks from the whites. And the blacks can only go to this park, and the whites can only go to that park. So, yep. And even with restrooms, public restrooms, you know, they always had for the blacks and the bathroom for the whites. That's how they did that back then. It's sad, but that's what had happened. See there? Daisy Myers. Just kind of giving you the look around here. No TV.
I don't think that the Myers have anything to do with property decreasing or anything. Purely as white
Yep.
well, my child, and I hope my children go to and live in a group that is representative of the world.
We'll go ahead over here. Yeah, there's a Levittown, Philadelphia, and Pittsburgh that they have. See, there's restrooms, but they don't have them. Need to be something that they black and for white in this section of the mall, of the museum, but a lot of people wouldn't find that amusing, insulting probably, but it was just fun because I was just talking about restrooms, how they used to separate the restrooms from white to black. Okay, we kind of went through that way, so I'm going to turn around, back around here. So we'll cut down through here. I think we came through here as well too. All right. Then here we have a Cannondale bicycle, which is in Bedford, Pennsylvania. In 1977 to 2015. It was founded in 1971. Pioneered by the aluminum frames and the manufactured of high-end road mountain bikes. And then in 1977, the company moved its operations to a renovated truck terminal in Bedford County. In 2010, Cannondale became the last major American bicycle company to outsource production to Asia. Gift of Hershey Cycles. Look at that. Wow. And I'm going to walk around and see what else we got here. We can walk up through here. Okay. Looks like an old, bed, but I guess we wanted to look at the quilt, the blanket that was made. So they're kind of showing that. But this would be nice to have in your now here, this looks like it'd be something to have in your bedroom, huh? Keep your clothes and stuff in. And here's a treasure chest, painted. Old chair. Yeah. Oh, wow. I think we still have more stuff to the Independence Hall right here. A little model of it. Pretty neat. This just has some plaques all through here. I don't know if to head up to the next one. I don't know. Declaration of Independence. Okay, we're going to go to, I guess, the second floor. I don't know how to consider this, well, we'll check it out. I think this is considered as the first floor. So we'll go up here. I think this is the second floor. We'll see what's up here. Not sure, but kind of through here.
You can see a bucket on display here to my left from that well at Fort Loudon. From this well, I pump water into the ice house to cool it down. From there to my dairy, where I kept our cows home nice and cool. They're going to dig through this well and discover all of my secrets.
This is something about Fort
My hope is
Hunter
they'll find that old pot
site.
watch I lost.
Discovering Fort Hunter. I'm not sure what that's all. One of these are things that they had made through here.
Take a look at the artifact.
A 5-hole button. bone buddy and out bone down here. They got all kinds of glass stuff. Wow. Looks all through here. Got a plate, fork. And a cut through here. Wow. How some things were made back then, huh? Yeah, the 20th century. Money. Yeah, it's from the 1800s. Wow. Okay, then we got from 1755 to 1763. Gun flints, lead objects, and lead waste. Musket balls. 18th century buttons. Clothing and shoe buckles. And it's back to early 1700s. All kinds of stuff. Wow. And go back 12,000 years to 450 years ago. Yeah, I'm not a big history buff, so I can't really give you full coverage in historical comments here. So I can't really, unless I sit here and read all this to you, which will take some time. And I don't want to bore you guys. You almost have to be here. Okay, I'm not sure where I'm going to say exhibit closed. It is dark through here, so I'm not sure. Industrial sites, domestic sites. Let's go down through here. It's dark down through here. So I say, a wigwam where Indians lived. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going through a tent. Kind of see how they live. Their shells with, see a dead bear in the back, some skulls and stuff. This was shelters for Indians in Pennsylvania from 300 to 750 years ago. Wow. I'll look exact through here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see. It's kind of hard to see with very low lighting, but you know how that is. Okay. There's something all lit up. That. Pretty neat. Here's some fish that's being cooked. Look like salmon. Not sure. Yep, I did that. The fire over there. And you can kind of see the out here. Yeah, they have this all fixed up nice. Yeah. Good. this all set up. I like how they had everything laid out and everything. And then kind of give you a history again. Yes, you'll have to come down to Harrisburg and revisit, stop by this museum. It is located in downtown Harrisburg. So if you're in that area, stop on by. Here's some more stuff here. The Civil War. This is the beginning of the Civil War. Okay, a lot of these outfits look so heavy to be wearing, you know. You know, if you're like a general and you're wearing all this stuff, boy. But it was heavy. Even stuff like the Gettysburg. Let me see. Here's the Battle of Gettysburg. There's a drum. Wow. More drums. Night revolvers. Wooden canes. Stuff that they had back then. Wow. The bugle. Wow. Here's the whole thing of the Gettysburg, July 1863. A big painting, look at that. Wow. It's hard to believe that's how they fought. A lot of people had perished. Wow. So much. A lot of stuff from the Gettysburg. Wow, the Civil War drum right here. You see? Program and invitation. All that stuff there. Wow. All the flags. Yeah. This is a camp curtain pump. Not sure what that's all about. Camp curtain. Like I said, I'm not a big historian, so I don't really know what it does or what it was used for. Then you come over, you got the swords, like you see here. How hard is presentation swords. Wow. A lot of uniforms. They have jackets, veterans and their families. Wow. Some Gettysburg paintings. You can see all through here. General George Gordon Meade of 1864. All the stuff here through the Civil War. And I'm not sure. Coming through here, this is wow, look at that. Abraham Lincoln.
That's how they did it, the rocks and everything, so that when the earth choked, they were placed.
They have a lot of
You see
more
the
people.
pattern? Marcos, mira his picture. Marcos, mira the
Come up here.
You see the wagon? Look at the wagon. Don't go in there please next time. Look at the wagon. You see how
That's some of the stuff. Stone boat is a sledge to move heavy objects, such as stones from field. It's not necessarily used on snow or frozen ground.
Lo vi que no there.
We'll look off this here. Got a big wagon here. Conestoga wagon. You can see here. Trying to look. You got Harrisburg's Camelback Bridge. Yeah. Wow. And we'll take a walk on over here. Some boats using for cargo that they have. And if you look over here, they have the
Right here.
how they move.
Looking right now.
Yeah, I mean, I could be reading everything for you, and that's the thing. I'll sit here to read everything, explain. If I was more knowledgeable of history of all this, I could probably actually sit down and tell you. But being that I'm not, just making the best of it. And if you really want to see and know more about it, like I said, come again to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, to the Pennsyvania History Museum. Okay, and here's an old view of Windber, PA. And I only live 15 minutes from there. Windber. Yeah, Edwardsville. We've got Homestead, Pittsburgh. Let's take a look at this here. They have trains and everything. Pretty neat. This is Butler, Pennsylvania. Wow. And I was just in Butler last week. Today. Been a week ago today. There's Allegheny Portage Railroad. And the Allegheny Mountains from Hollidaysburg to Johnstown. Like that, huh? That's where I'm from, Johnstown. A lot of this fire engines. Old steam engines, like this fire engine, steam engine. Just kind of walking around, got all kinds of cast iron. Look at that. the industrialist. Harrisburg Mansion, look at that. Can you imagine riding these today? What it'd be like? Let's go over here. Coke Works, Coke Company, with the little guys and so forth. Wow. Sound like this place got a little busy. If there was anybody here. Got that horse too. Wow. And there's some more carriages that we have riding. A horse drawn. Sears motor buggy right here. Sears used to sell these. Yeah, how about that? And here's an old film that they have riding buggies and so forth. Something, huh? And over here, looks like a fuel, like an old gas pump thing. It says the Auto Advantage. It beats a horse bad, and it don't eat while I'm working on it. And it stands without hitching, and best of all, they don't get scared of automobiles. Talk about through the years, the cleaner, cheaper, and more efficient when automobiles were made. Yeah. That's here. The Atlantic Refining Company Motor Oils. Can't even talk right. That mouth is dry. I get something to drink here soon. Yeah, there's a lot of things that have changed since I've been in here. It looks like they added some things. Not what. So Lycoming 6-cylinder engine. Got some Harley Davidson vehicles here. Wow. Like here's an old Harley Davidson bike. See that? There you go. And then here you know the ice truck. So the ice. And there's a 225 horsepower engine. Using the twin engine. Like I said, I don't have my glasses to really read far, but I'm making the best of it. So, and we get a little bit up to date. We'll take around here, a car, and so forth. Here's some old Pennsyvania license plates that you can see there. Different styles back then that they had, even up to 1930. Yeah, from 1907 to 1930. Okay, over here we have a 1956 Cow Runabout water boat. Look at that. Very neat. This cow. Erie, Pennsylvania. An old Sportsman, Scotty. Trailers. That's the old Scotty Sportsman. They're from 1957. A little camping there. Then we have the 1983 model Rabbit hatchback Volkswagen. How about that? That looks pretty neat, huh? Yeah. Then, I'll tell you what, before we well, like I said, here's the 1946 Piper J3C65 Cub airplane here from World War II. Look at that. Can't really see it. There you go. I kind of see it on the wall there. Here's more Pennsylvania license plate. There you go. From 31, and it picks up in the 40s, 50s, 60s. And then the bicentennial state, 1976. And you got other ones too. Keystone State. And here's stuff they have for the turnpike. This is what they used on the police car in 1975, the siren. Some bumper stickers, radios, and I think that might be an old cell phone there. It's called Citizen Band radios. And a little turnpike map. Fast and slow, telling what the conditions are. District 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5 that they have. Yeah. And we'll cut across here. And the turnpike. America's first superhighway. That was probably taken 1940s when they opened up. Right here. Pennsylvania Turnpike became the nation's first superhighway when it opened in 1940. 160 section. Okay, I'm going to have to make this quick because I just got notified that my ride is here. So, it's a big museum. And not much. You got turnpike memorabilia, flags, postcards, everything all established. Here, Howard Johnson's. There you go. Wow. And there's a map with, if you look up here, right up. Where am I at? Here in Johnstown, right there. Okay, that concludes the State Museum of Pennsylvania, located again in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Hope you enjoyed the video. A lot of stuff that was in it I couldn't really fully cover, but I was on a time value basis here, so with that being said, I got as much as I could though. So until then, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in my next video.